Welcome to Tier List Tuesday, the final show before our little break, and then we resume everything on Friday. Here we have the other side in regards to superheroes. Instead of superheroes, we're talking about supervillains, and in honor of Black History Month, we are going to be talking about black supervillains, the best of the best in regards to what DC and Marvel has to offer. So there is that. So that's all very exciting. I am, of course, your host for today. It's John. Nice to see you guys. So we are going to be talking about that. So yeah, and then we have Dan here. Dan, how are you doing on this wonderful Tier List Tuesday?
I'm good. I am happy to be here. Well, you guys voted for it. It's Black History Month. We did the superheroes. Now we're doing the supervillains, and it's gonna be fun. I feel like there's probably more than what we got on the list, but you know what? I think those 10 are still really, really good picks. So
yeah.
we're gonna rank
One, I wanted to kind of shrink it a bit because I don't want this to run too long. I know, sorry, we're being lazy, but we want to try and go to sleep before like 3 a.m.
Lazy, I don't know if it's the right word. I think we're trying to be more judicious, but also you guys are welcome to give us your picks that may not be on the list, and then we'll bring those in later on as well. Because, like, for example, I think Nelson said we should have included Blue Marvel in the superheroes list as a comment. I'd love to see it, appreciate it.
And here's the thing, guys. There are so many great superheroes, supervillains, but there's only so many that I have knowledge of. So I know a little bit about Blue Marvel, but the thing is, I don't know enough about him to properly rank him. Because, like, with the people on this list, I know a lot about their media appearances. Maybe not their comic book stuff, but I know their media appearances, and I like the stuff in the media. So we're going to be talking less about the comic side and more about the media side because I'm not as familiar with these black supervillains in terms of the comic side. But, neither here nor there. But first, before getting into this list, we got to get into last week's list. Yep. And this was our list in regards to black superheroes from comics. Yep. Our big S tier was Blade, Black Panther, Nick Fury. Who voted Blade and Nick Fury D tier? Like, get the fuck out of here. Storm, Spider-Man Miles Morales, again D tier. What the fuck is wrong with you guys? And Static / Virgil Hawkins. Boom, there we go. Then we got A tier. Got Luke Cage, John Stewart, Green Lantern, Black Lightning, Mr. Terrific 2, the goddamn Mr. Terrific. Then for B tier, we got War Machine, Vixen, and Steel. And then for C tier, we have Icon, Spawn, and John Hancock. So with all of that, the most votes
not the founder, one of the founders of the America. It's John Hancock, the Will Smith. Never mind.
Yes. But Black Panther, Spider-Man, Miles Morales, Blade, Green Lantern, John Stewart, Storm, Static, Nick Fury, and John Hancock for some reason. John Hancock's a little awkward because he's like, there's so many tied, so I don't think it would be S tier, but that's beside the point. So then that's all in S tier for most votes, and then for A tier, you have Black Lightning, Mr. Terrific, Power Man, and Spawn. Then for B tier, you have Vixen, Steel, and War Machine. And then finally, Icon is in C tier. And then for the average vote, the only one that remains in S tier is Black Panther, Spider-Man, Blade, Static, Storm, Green Lantern, Mr. Terrific, Nick Fury, and Black Lightning in A. Spawn, Vixen, Power Man, Steel, John Hancock, and War Machine in B. And then still the only one in C is Icon. So that's a pretty good list, if I do say so myself.
I mean, Meteor Man, Blank Man. Again, we couldn't include everybody, but like these are great picks and great shouts. So we'll keep them locked and loaded for maybe a follow up.
So. Yeah, obviously, you guys voted on black supervillains. Fast and Furious was close, but alas, that
you almost got family.
That and Lord of the Rings will be on next week's list because those were tied for the runner-up.
Yeah.
So that's going to be on for next week.
I'm surprised nobody wants to rank John Wick movies. Like, is it because like we haven't gotten one in a little while, and then the last one was Ballerina, which not as many people saw. Like I want to rank John Wick movies. I feel like that would be a spirited debate. Come
We
on,
could do that for members only if you
we
want.
could. That would be fun. I would love to even see if Liz can join us for that. That would be great.
Yeah.
But yeah,
But
you guys voted for it.
family did not win, nor
Yeah,
fellowship.
it
Family and
started out
fellowship
in
did
the
not
lead.
win.
Yeah, and family and fellowship, nobody cares about that. But you know what? It is Black History Month, so I think it's appropriate that we're doing Black supervillains to follow up on Black
Yes.
superheroes.
So, yeah. But let's
Yeah,
get
we'll do it as a
into
member
our
bit.
choices. Why don't we get into
Oh, by the way,
choices?
before we get to the choices, the tier list link is in the live chat. It's also in the description of the video if you're watching after we're live. The poll is up for a week, so we're doing this on the Tuesday the 17th, so it goes till Tuesday the 25th of February. So you guys can go vote for your version of this tier list. Speaking of which, John, like you were saying, we have got some options. Why don't you walk us through what we got?
So for this, Eric Killmonger / Najataka, who that's his name in the comics. So I put his name that is used in the film below. Eric Stevens, that was his birth name, and then he became Killmonger when he was in the Navy. So Navy SEAL. But yeah, so obviously this is like kind of the biggest fucking go-to in terms of Black supervillains is Michael B. Jordan's titular Eric Killmonger. So, you know, it's just no shit. Of course he's gonna fucking be here. If we can't have a Black Panther on superheroes and not have Killmonger on supervillains, like, come on now.
I agree. I couldn't agree anymore. But we got 9 more picks. Let's see what we got.
And then of course another big one. Got Prowler. We got Aaron Davis. Although the original Prowler on Earth 616, it was Hobart Brown. Aaron Davis was obviously specifically the ultimate Prowler connected to Miles Morales. So, you know, and then of course, given this dope suit in Into the Spider-Verse. So of course, Aaron Davis, big part of Miles Morales' backstory in both the comic and in this film. So there you go. Yep. Then, of course, for Luke Cage, we got Cottonmouth with that infamous pick of him in front of Biggie. We got Mahershala Ali's first appearance in the MCU, and
before he was
maybe
Blade.
will be the last. Who fucking knows at this point? But
who knows?
You know, this great performance.
You know what? They're gonna put him in Secret Wars. He's gonna pop up like Kevin Feige can.
He did already pop up technically in Eternals in an off-screen cameo.
Yeah, but I mean, like, you know, like, which for everybody who didn't watch Eternals, which was a lot of people, are you gonna be noble like your brother or take care of business like me?
But yeah,
amazing line.
Cottonmouth, great villain, and then Black Mariah, not as good, but you know, she's there. Yeah. Anyway, next up is the other Into the Spider-Verse villain, Tombstone, who is, you know, albino in this case, but Lonnie Lincoln, not great in Into the Spider-Verse. He was like a glorified henchman, which Tombstone is a way better character than that, but this is one of the few like appearances he's.
But are we getting Tombstone potentially in Brand New Day, like Spider-Man?
We are potentially getting. We did get that leaked image that was most likely fake. So you know.
Well, no, but what's the name of the actor? The actor who is
Marvin Jones III, but his rapper name is Crondon. He was also another person that will appear later on this list. So, yeah. But next up we got Black Manta, David Hyde. Although in the DCEU he's known as David Kane for some reason. I don't know why he changed it, but yeah, we got Black Manta, goated villain. But yeah, here at Crondon again, Tobias Whale not playing one because it's like when you got a nefarious albino black dude, you gotta go with this guy because there's not many albino people, let alone albino black guys. So he's kind of the only
who can act. I don't know. I guess
But it's just like it worked, like, and he did a good job in the show. So you know. I mean, the fact that he's on this list twice means he's doing something right, you know? So I'm just saying.
Mm-hmm.
Because he did voice Tombstone in Into the Spider-Verse. So then we have Black Spider, aka Eric Needham. So another much smaller villain, but worthy of in the discussion. He's appeared in a couple so he's appeared in Assault on Arkham and of course Young Justice, where this is taken from. Then Bronze Tiger, this is kind of pushing it because it's kind of just whatever the writers feel like making Ben Turner. It depends on the context. It depends on what comic book he's in. It depends on which era he's in. Ben Turner has been superhero, he's been anti-hero, he's been villain, he's been vigilante. He's kind of been a little bit of everything, so kind of pushing it with this one, but he has appeared as a villain in um quite a few appearances, not just in the comics but outside of that. So I wanted to include him here. In addition, and then this is we did have Deadshot mentioned with superheroes because we didn't think we would do a supervillain one, so but we do have Deadshot, even though this is pushing it because this is essentially, just a white character that was race swapped because Will Smith is awesome. So, well, Will Smith is no longer awesome, but
Will Smith's fine. Come on, he's bad boy.
Well, he's as much of a dipshit as wife, who he's cosplaying as right here, cosplaying as his wife, his baldy wife right here.
No.
So, fucking GI Jane over there. Hello.
You might get a slap from
and then I'll
Will
fucking
Smith
smack his fucking bitch ass back. Because that's all he is.
What
He's
are
a
we,
little
some
cucked
kind of
beta
Suicide
bitch, so,
Squad? Like, come on.
So
I just want, you know what? I just wanted to include this just because the purple Lamborghini, saw the track from the movie is like Deadshot.
Just separating the art from the artist. Will Smith isn't that great anymore. It's revealed how much of a fucking punk ass he was, but separated from that, we included Deadshot because he was a good villain in that movie, and he did do a good job. So, yeah.
Come on, let's be somewhat generous. But anyway, but those are our 10 picks. Look, I just want to ask up front, like, why not Waller or like the animated version of Lex Luthor that has mostly been portrayed as a black character? And I'm sure you guys have a few others in there. Like, I guess you could say Halle Berry's Catwoman also would potentially. But I see what you mean. Like, we're talking about characters more so than particular iterations. Is that the thinking behind
I was trying to go for like characters who are black rather than sloppy seconds which black people kind of got. I was pushing Deadshot because I was like trying to find as much as I could. So
all right, well,
there was an effort.
Let's get to ranking though. Let's get to ranking.
But yes, let's get to ranking. Again, Amanda Waller is another strange character because she's kind of an anti-hero, kind of a villain, kind of a hero. Again, it's sort of like all anyway. First one we have is of course Killmonger from Black Panther. We're just gonna put this in S now, or do we have to do some kind of discussion
S
first?
tier. It's just the characterization is perfect, and Michael B. Jordan is he's now an Oscar nominated, maybe soon to be Oscar winning actor, and I think Killmonger was, despite the fact that he did those Creed movies before it, I think Killmonger was a role that really put Michael B. Jordan on the map for the mainstream audiences that go to watch movies. It just completely elevated a villain that otherwise would have nowhere near the status that he does now in Marvel lore. It's sort of almost to the same level. Well, I don't want to say it's the exact same thing, but it's kind of like how Iron Man went from being a D-list character to being an A-list character. It's like Killmonger became an A-lister of a villain. Like Thanos was already like a pretty OP villain.
Killmonger was a decent villain in the comics from what little I know of him, but the reason we're talking about him is because of 2018's Black Panther.
So. And it was done really, really well. And I think the thematically, again, that first Black Panther movie is one of the best things that the MCU has ever done. It's one of my top 3 MCU movies. It's a top 5 Marvel movie for me. And a lot of it has to do with the fact that Killmonger was portrayed so well. Is because you could see there's so many things that he's like right on, like cultural appropriation and stuff. But then it's entirely a story. It plays on the whole metaphor of Malcolm X versus the approach of Malcolm X versus no, I'm forgetting Martin Luther King Jr. And that idea of like the civil rights movement, which has been played out in the X-Men stories over the years, and the way they kind of position the characters of T'Challa and Killmonger, Eric Stevens, is somewhat similar in that way. They both want to help the plight of Black people, African people all over the world, and try to like help with the injustices and the equity, but they have two very very different approaches. I'm not saying like all of a sudden the analogy is perfectly translating across, because obviously I don't think Malcolm X was like a terrorist or like a extremist in
No,
that
no, no,
sense,
no.
but uh but I appreciate the how well it was done, and I think Ryan Coogler just did an amazing job directing. But of course, in this instance, we're talking about
We
Killmonger and
just
Michael B.
went
Jordan.
over
It's so
them,
well.
dude. Like, come
So
on, be kind, rewind.
rewind, or just kind of follow along. I mean, and the list, the tier list there's a link for that for you guys in the chat. Like Eric is saying, you can go vote for it there, and then follow along with what we're doing. But yeah, S tier all the way, easy.
Yep,
John. Yeah.
easy. Already put it there. Boom. Next up we have the unk of the list, which is indeed Prowler Aaron Davis,
Mm-hmm.
who was a villain. In many, specifically, we're talking about Into the Spider Verse, but also very much in the original Ultimate Run with Miles Morales. In the game, he's kind of more anti-hero ish. He's more like vigilante esque anti-hero kind of, but like he's fine. But I think Prowler is definitely a damn good villain. I think if we're talking about specifically Into the Spider Verse, I think this is definitely one of the best villains that we have here. I think that is again, I agree. Figure drawing, fucking amazing design. It's like so cool. It kind of like is like purple Deadpool with the face mask a little bit of Spawn too. But yeah, I mean, again, this is another case of like kind of like with Killmonger. We're not even talking about the comic book. The fucking comic book of Aaron Davis sucks. Like he's boring. He's a lame character, and he's a dickhead too. At least I like, and again, Mahershala Ali appearing twice on this list. There you go. Because he voiced Aaron Davis in this film. So, um, I like I like what they did with him here. I like how he has more of a kinship with Miles, because the comic book Aaron Davis, he's essentially a dickhead. He doesn't treat his nephew very well. He's an asshole. He's more like villainous there. Here he's a villain, but like not like he is bad the guy, but he isn't bad the guy, you know? So for me, I would probably rank him S tier. But that's just me. I think he's definitely I would imagine Dan would probably rank him A or B, but I think he's S. I think he's definitely one of the best parts of Into the Spider-Verse. I'm one of the few that thinks Into the Spider-Verse is better than Across the Spider-Verse. I like Across the Spider-Verse, but I think it just went way too heavy with multiversal stuff too quickly. And the implications of the 2099 Spider-Man has given me the ick as time has gone on, because um it's just like, oh, this is just a bad satirization of like fans who are sticklers for comic book continuity. Oh, so you're treating the fans like shit now. Oh, okay. Not great. But even despite this, Into Spider-Verse, great movie. I think Prowler was great in it. Personally, I'd rank him S tier, but we will see what Dan has to say. But yeah, Aaron Davis for me, definitely S tier. I don't know if you think
I think that's
differently.
fair. No, I agree with you on that.
Okay, I
I have
thought
no
you were gonna
problem
go with A
saying,
or B. Um,
like, I'm not gonna fight it. Like I didn't feel as strongly about it per se, but I think I'm okay with that. I'm not gonna like die on that hill. So
okay. As he changes the cat toy from one hand to another. There we go.
it's that time of the night. They're just like cats are nocturnal. You know what it is, how it is. So.
Um, So next up, the next Mahershala Ali addition to this list. I mean, the man's a great actor. Like, you know,
this is an amazing still. Just so
yeah,
epic.
it's just God, it's
uh,
Luke Cage. Luke Cage is such an underrated show. For me,
yes.
I fucking loved Cottonmouth. I thought he honestly, he if it wasn't for the fucking bullshit they pull mid-season, he would have been up there with Kingpin as one of the best Marvel villains of the MCU had to offer. Like 100%. Like he was fucking intimidating, he was scary, but he still had a prestige to him. He just had this edge, this aura. He played it magnificently. He was just so fucking good. And then they had to fucking shoot themselves into the foot with fucking killing him mid-season for no fucking reason and replaced with one of the biggest dipshits villains in the MCU. Frankly, I'm still mad. However, Cottonmouth still is one of the, honestly, I'm gonna give him the respect he deserves. I know I'm probably alone on this. I'd put him in S tier. Like fucking straight up. You know, I'd put him in fucking S tier because he was that fucking good. It's just the reason that most people I don't think would put him in S tier is because he never got the push because they had to fucking kill him off for a bigger dipshit fucking villain. So, you know, I still think overall the first season is very good, but there was a bit of a downturn in quality after they killed off Cottonmouth. So, you know.
Yeah, I agree with that.
But for me, I'd put it in S tier, but I understand if people wouldn't want to put him in S tier because of the reasons I stated before. So,
Enterprising saying it's A tier simply for the way they kill the character
yeah,
off.
I get it.
But I mean, again, if you're talking just if you're going more by the portrayals or the character itself, I guess it depends on like where you weigh heavier, you know, versus the other side of the argument.
Yeah, so, I've heard he's a good villain in the comics too. Again, I don't know much about him, but I'm kind of just basing it off of MCU. So
Wait, you're being sarcastic, aren't you, Comic Book King? Because unless you're talking about the Blade movie with the only Blade we're ever gonna get, the only Blade that ever was. Well, what was the line that Wesley Snipes had?
There's only one Blade. There's only ever gonna be one Blade.
There you go. Yeah, unless you're going off of that iteration, then yeah, we have yet to see a real Blade movie with Mahershala Ali. Yeah, I mean, Basim Tariq's movie version would have been great. Him and like 5 other directors who have passed on this project. But anyway, yeah, Cottonmouth. I agree with you, John. Let's put it out there.
Hell yeah!
Especially because I feel like Luke Cage is returning in the MCU soon.
Somehow Luke Cage returned.
Doesn't mean Cottonmouth's coming back, but you know.
No, but a man can dream. All right.
Yeah.
And then my boy Cottonmouth got replaced with this fucking cunt. Like, and not even a cunt in a good way. A cunt in like just such a dipshit, fucking annoying dog shit villain. Like, she's just not threatening. She's not interesting. The only thing she has is like the fucking like porking shades in the background. Like, that's the only thing she has. From what I watched of season 2, she was even worse there. Honestly, I fucking hate Black Mariah. Like, the show would have been like, if she killed Cottonmouth at the end of the season, it would have been so much better. Like, okay, fine. Like, if you wanted to further the show in a new kind of way and kill off Cottonmouth for her to be the villain in season 2, fine. I would have been okay with that. Would have still sucked, but at least we would have gotten a full proper season of Cottonmouth. We didn't even get that. And the thing is, they couldn't have replaced him with like a good villain. It was just his whiny, bitchy cousin who's a bitch. But like, not even like, oh, she like an Amanda Waller kind of way where she is just like a worthless, not worthless, sorry. Just an absolute, just fucking like badass, like villain who you love to hate, like Amanda Waller. You can clearly tell they tried to do that, and you could clearly tell Woodard was trying to do as much as she could with this subpar writing, and it just fucking failed. Like in the comics, nobody even like Black Mariah is such a non-entity. Like she's just kind of a nothing character. Even at least with like Cottonmouth in the comics, he's a little bit. There's more to him. There's more appearances, and he's a little bit more of an ongoing villain for Luke Cage. Black Mariah is like a nothing character. She's just lame. She just sucks. And in the MCU, she's exactly that. She's just a terrible character. She's not interesting. She's not threatening. She's not. There's no intrigue to her. It's just like, and it was like the way he died, it was just like pushed out of a window and then smacked with a mic stand. It's like, all right, really? And it's not even a cool death. Like he goes out in like a blaze of glory. Like she gets like she fucking like pulls a gun on him and then he falls and then like, I don't know, she fucking does whatever. No, it's just like, he just gets mad that he calls her Black Mariah and then he fucking dies. It's just so stupid. Um yeah, it's just she's just a lame character, and it's a shame that we lost like if we lost Cottonmouth and we got like another like it would be like if we if like there was like a villain in Daredevil season 1 and then it got replaced with Kingpin, then I'd be like, okay, that's totally fine because Kingpin's fucking awesome and Vincent D'Onofrio did that role very well. A lot of depth, a lot of nuance, a lot of intrigue with that role. Okay, cool. But it's just like we went from like S tier villain to a bitch death to a D tier villain. I would say I would put her in D tier. And this isn't it. This isn't even just me being mad that she killed Cottonmouth. She's just not interesting, and she's just annoying, and she just plays the character like an annoying little sister that like finally like got the toy she always wanted to play with. And if that sounds stupid, that's because it is. Um, you know. Um So that's just how I feel. I just think Black Mariah is just it missed the mark heavily. They tried to do like a subversion of expectations. You have like Cottonmouth being this big, intimidating, great back. This kingpin, this proper the kingpin to Luke Cage's Daredevil. And though it subverted expectations, this is just the point of like, just because it subverts expectations doesn't mean it's good. This is exactly what it is because Black Mariah was such a lame duck replacement for Cottonmouth, which is a shame because Alfred Woodard, she is a great actress. She tried, but the subpar writing just failed her, and what they tried to do was just not good.
I mean, I don't have a dog in the fight. I kind of stopped watching the show at that point. So, oh hey Jose,
Hello.
how you doing?
Cool.
So I'll go with
She's
your
going in D
recommendation.
tier then. Awesome. Great.
Alfred Woodard
D tier
is a
it
great actress.
is.
Yes.
Yeah, she's a great actress.
She's a great actress.
I've seen her in other stuff and she's really good. But yeah, lame duck. But now we go to Crondon's first entry on this list, and that's Tombstone. There have been other iterations outside of the Into the Spider-Verse version. We might be getting him in Brand New Day. They've been kind of vague about it, and I certainly don't trust that leaked image that we got yesterday. So, I think Tombstone
well, we know he's
is
in
definitely.
The movie, so yeah.
He was also really good in the Insomniac game.
Yeah.
As sort of like the leader of like a biker gang, which was definitely an interesting way to utilize him after Kingpin goes to jail. I would say Tombstone is an underrated bad guy. Like he's not like as powerful as Kingpin in the comics, but he's definitely up there as sort of like same with like Hammerhead and guys like that, which are really good like mob boss characters, and he's also powerful. I like his power set. That's really cool with what they do there. I also like what they did with him in Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. I'm really intrigued with what how they're going to continue that. And I don't know. I just think he's a really interesting villain, and there's more to him than people suggest. It's kind of a shame that Into the Spider-Verse is the most notable like appearance of this character, and he was just kind of a henchman, which I feel like Tombstone is more than that. But yeah, I think Biker Gang Tombstone was definitely an inventive way of like making him a crime boss, but not the level of Kingpin. I think that was an interesting way of doing that, and I'm curious about Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, and I like from what a little I've seen of him in the comics. So I think he's definitely an interesting villain. And I think yeah, he's definitely like he's one of those guys that's just like you don't think he's going to be powerful and yet he is, and you don't think he's going to be smart and he really is. That's the thing about Tombstone is like, oh, he's just a muscle guy, but he's more than that. He's actually a really
It's
intelligent character. So
I mean, and that's why I'm looking forward to seeing Marvin Jones play him in hopefully Brand New Day. Uh, yeah, but I mean, in Spider Verse, are we doing more of the Spider Verse iteration? Or are we talking more about the character?
I'm
And
kind of
it's
talking about more general because there have been
yeah,
more appearances of this character than the other ones we've seen. So this is a bit more all encompassing. But I think the appearance in Into the Spider Verse does drag it down from S tier a little bit. I think he's good, and the thing is, your friendly neighborhood Spider Man is so different from him, and I do like the biker gang iteration, and I love with how he is in the comics, but he's not quite there yet because I think his appearances outside of the comics have not quite reached the awesomeness he is, the menace, as Caleb has said, he is in the
mhm.
comics. So I'd rank him A tier because I don't think he's quite there, but I wouldn't mind putting him in S tier if people want him in S tier. So
Yeah. I mean I um hmm. I'm trying to look at the chat and see if you're not just doing the Spider Verse, then I think it's I would say A tier. I don't feel quite S tier, but maybe like again, ask me again after Brand New Day, maybe I'll raise it. But A tier for me right now.
sure,
I don't. Yeah.
yeah, I think A tier is good. But there are Marvel villains. Fuck you, Black Mariah. So, Now we're moving on to DC. Now we have Black Manta. Oh yes, Black Manta. I know he's like considered kind of a joke in the comics. Like, oh, he's looks like a manta ray. He looks stupid, blah blah blah. But he is cool in the comics. I mean, he did kill Arthur's son in the comics, so there is that. And they didn't fucking do that in Lost Kingdom, motherfuckers. Come on, guys. I want to see more baby death. Come on. Fucking kill that little shit.
That movie
Anyway,
was the farthest from committing any kind of baby
yeah, the
death.
only
So,
atrocity that movie committed was existing. Um so, um you know,
okay.
I don't know what to tell you, bro.
Yeah.
Uh but yeah, I think Black Manta's a great villain. Like not just in Aquaman, just outside of that. He was fucking great in Young Justice. That was awesome. And then he has appeared in other stuff which I've not seen, but from what I've gotten of him, again, he's kind of like the unassuming guy. Oh, he wears the stupid outfit, and you think he's just going to be dumb, but he's actually a really smart, powerful villain. So he's
I mean,
definitely one
I'm
of the
just
best
gonna.
black villains that you know.
I do, dude. This is like the easy S tier, and
Yeah,
Yahya Abdul Mateen II played him amazingly well, and now with Wonder Man showing that that wasn't a fluke performance. Obviously, like he did Candyman, he's done a bunch of other stuff too. So yeah, Black Manta is a character that wasn't always written very well. I mean, that introduction scene in the first Aquaman movie was pretty epic, and yet the writing didn't always, you know, try to elevate the character in those Aquaman movies, and yet somehow the character really made an impression. I would have loved to see more of that iteration, but we'll see where we next find Black Manta, maybe in the DCU. So I personally think S tier, it's iconic. Like the look is iconic, the character name is iconic. It's one of the few characters here that we were talking about that's kind of reached the mainstream. Uh, People know about Black Manta, like people know about Killmonger. I mean, the first Aquaman movie made $1 billion. Like, come on. So, yeah, people. It's to me it does it. So yeah, yeah.
okay. But next up we got Tobias Whale, which I think he's a pretty cool villain. Um, I think he went a little bit too ridiculous in later seasons, but that's how it usually is. They kind of like ramp up the silliness in like later seasons for certain characters. Like, oh, it goes more over the top, more. We got to do more because, oh my god, we're in our third season. We got to do more than the last season. So I think by like season 3, season 4, they did make him a bit too ridiculous. But I will say, season 1, he was really good. Season 2 was pretty good, but season 1, I think, yeah, exactly. That's kind of what it was. I just think,
I mean, that was
I
basically the Arrowverse in general. Like they started off well, and then
that's how it was with most shows.
yeah.
But overall, I still think Black Lightning was a good show, and I think Condon did a good job as Tobias Whale. Surprisingly, again, he's like rapper turned actor. Maybe there were some
Yeah.
awkward points here and there, but for the most part, I think he did a good job, especially in those early seasons. I think he was great.
It's not just us, right? It's not just the fans. Like clearly people in high places in Marvel at DC know this, and that's why
Yeah.
he's getting a real upgrade now with being in a Spider-Man movie. So, and nothing against Black Lightning the show, but like it's just you're in a big budget Spider-Man film, so he's earned his stripes, and certainly yeah, Tobias Whale, great character.
I would say A
I don't
tier.
know.
I think,
Yeah, yeah,
I
I
think
feel
he's
like
kind of diminished because of those later seasons, but that's just me.
yeah, I'm okay with that. Excuse me.
Cool.
Yeah, I think A tier is probably fair in place. I can't convince myself to do S tier. I hope we get another iteration down the road.
Yeah, same here.
I'm sure James Gunn
But I
knows
know he's
Black
appeared
Lightning
in
exists.
Tobias Will has appeared in other
So
stuff, but not as much.
yeah,
So yeah,
I just love right. It's like the only D tier character is like a huge gap.
yeah, and it's the only woman, so people are gonna call me sexist now.
I
So
I mean, we'll talk about your picks. That I mean, we didn't include. I mean, there's only 10 picks here, so I'm sure there'll be others that we could discuss that you guys are throwing in the chat right now. So we'll go through those after we go through this tier list. But yeah, go ahead, John. Black Spider.
Black Spider, he is essentially a vigilante assassin character. People pretty much only know him from the Young Justice version, who is essentially Spider-Man. He's just essentially evil Spider-Man in that show. But he's really not just they literally got Josh Keaton to voice him in Young Justice, who played Spectacular Spider-Man, to like further hit home the point of like he's fucking Spider-Man again. But like he's not just that, like fucking in Assault on Arkham, he's voiced by Giancarlo Esposito. Like
Oh shit!
like he's not just like, oh, he's Black
Wow.
Spider-Man as a villain. Ha ha ha. Isn't that funny? And don't get me wrong, I like what they did with him here. I thought that was a good tongue-in-cheek thing, but that's not just the character. I think he's definitely like he's a cool assassin character. Is he the greatest thing ever? No, but I think he's more than just, haha, evil Spider-Man. Get it? Um, you know, but I think I think I think I think he's a good character. Like, not just, do his webs come out of his butt? No, they don't. I don't think they do. But it's been a while since I've seen Young Justice. But he was good here. He was good.
That
He
would
was
be
great in
funny
Assault
though.
on Arkham. But he's been in plenty of stuff. He's not just diet evil Spider-Man. He's a little bit more than that. Is he the greatest character ever? No, but I just want to clear the room of like, he's just Spider-Man, but evil. He's not just that. But he is a cool assassin, and I'd probably put him in like B tier. Like he's good. Like he's not great, but he's good.
You know this character better than I do. I can't really speak to it too much. So I'll go off of what you decide. B tier it is.
But yeah, okay. B tier it is.
Yeah.
I shall put him in B tier. Um, there he goes. Into B tier he goes. Very nice. But second to last villain, we got Bronze Tiger, who again, this is kind of pushing it because he's been everything at this point, but I think in more villainous portrayals, like Michael Jai White in the Arrowverse, I thought he was
Hmm.
good as more of a villain. So I thought he was good there. I thought he was. I think he's good as an anti-hero. I think he's good as a superhero. I really liked him in Soul of the Dragon. I thought he was good there. But yeah, he's been, he's been all sorts of things, and I think he's definitely an intriguing character where it's just like he's like kind of the suffers from his, color of his skin kind of thing because he got accused of a crime he did not commit, and then he's forced to be on the Suicide Squad. But whether he does go into more villainous stuff or he goes into more anti-hero stuff, I think he's an interesting character. I do like him a lot. I remember, yeah, yeah, he kind of went out in a punk way in Assault on Arkham, but he was good in the DC AMU, which is what's pictured here. I thought Michael Jai White did a good job with him with what they could do with him in the Arrowverse. Yeah, exactly. He's kind of a chameleon character, so I think that kind of works. But yeah, where is Sho'nuff in this bitch? We're not. Last Dragon doesn't count. That's not a superhero movie.
The Michael J. White character was interesting, the iteration, but I'm so sorry. But yeah, it's. I think the idea that he can be whoever you want him to be sort of works against
a little bit.
They're just like there's nothing unique about like I always thought that was like a weakness to the character. So meat to the story, yeah, you could say that, I guess. But again, it's that whole thing of like you could turn him into anything, but it's not even like a defining feature of like, oh, he's not like a
he's mostly an
Manhunter,
anti-hero, because
like
I think he's kind of like the one good
It's-
man on the Suicide Squad, and that's kind of what. And now he's surrounded by villains, so that like kind of makes him interesting. That, at least to me. But for the sake of the list, which has to be black supervillains, again, not the pickings were small, ladies and gents, so I couldn't really do a ton, but I think he's a good enough. I would put him in A just as a character, but like I understand putting him like if he's on a super villain list, I can understand putting him lower, but I get it. So it's like I'm not like this isn't like a fight that I'm gonna put up. I get it. So
I'm not fighting you. We'll put him
okay.
there. It's fine.
Okay.
I really don't have a dog in that fight, like, or tiger in that fight, I guess.
I'll put him above Tobias Whale because I think
You think so? Okay, all right, okay, cool.
And not like it matters when we go into the other one. And so that's it, huh? With some kind of Suicide Squad. Speaking of Suicide Squad, we have Black Deadshot. Oh, sorry, no, just regular Deadshot. Okay.
That swirling ring of trash in the sky.
Yeah. Okay. So I will say Will Smith was probably one of the best parts of this movie.
He was.
That's not saying
easily.
Much.
No, but like
sucked.
he was like it's Deadshot
like,
and Harley Quinn were like the breakout hits from the movie.
Yeah, and it's just Will Smith being Will Smith. Like that's just all it is. It's just Will Smith being Will Smith, and as a guy who never misses. So like, okay, cool, I guess.
Well, what's your favorite line from when he's like, "Nah, double that for being an asshole" or something?
Yeah, now double it for being an asshole. Yeah, which is I think where this scene is from.
I mean, the character intro is great. Like you got to give that movie, like they got the character introductions pretty on point.
I think it's got like he had like the smallest bit of a character arc that we got, like, oh, he sees his daughter, all right, fine, that's cool. But yeah, it's kind of a I wouldn't say it's a nothing burger because it's more than that, but like it's just Will Smith doing Will Smith things. Like it's that's all it is, and it's fine, it's perfect. Like I'd put him in B tier. Like it's good. He's good. He's not like fucking Black Manta, Prowler, Cottonmouth, Killmonger, but he's not Black Mariah. So like, I like if you want to put him higher, that's cool. I would personally put him in B tier.
I look, I would love to see Floyd Lawton back, and I would love to see Will Smith play Deadshot again. We almost got him at one point in the Suicide Squad, but then they decided to change him. What was it? What did they bring? What was it?
It was Bloodsport.
Bloodsport. Never mind. It was Bloodsport with Idris Elba, which I guess originally was. Depending on who you believe, James Gunn has never really confirmed this, but I suppose, I mean, Will Smith, I guess, was in a not doing sequels phase at the time, which is stupid. But anyway, I'm sorry, but like the iteration of the character just sticks with me because it's just dumb fun. That movie's dumb fun. They could have had a very different version of it, and Deadshot was definitely the standout character. He's like, I'm just trying to get you there, what did they call Amanda Waller called him the pyrokinetic homeboy?
Oh God, the fact
Like,
that came out of Viola Davis's mouth, the fucking Oscar winner Viola Davis's mouth, shows how fucking stupid this movie is.
So stupid.
Um,
Yeah. How did we not have Mr. Glass in this? Anyway, okay. I think B tier is fine. B tier is fine.
he's better than Black
Uh,
Spider though. So, and then
yeah.
finally, okay,
It's dumb fun. I mean, come on, it is.
we'll put that in B
I had fun
tier,
with it.
Bronze Tiger in A tier, and then Floyd Lawton in B
Yeah,
tier.
he's like, "Well, and what do you want?" He's like, BET, and he's just like, watching BET, and it's I'm like, yes. Sometimes you just want
I
to
considered putting
watch
Killer
trash.
Croc on this list, but I'm like, I don't think it was ever official outside of Suicide Squad that he was a black guy.
But that was like the first time you realize it's like, oh, I'm being like, whoa, wait, what? Okay. I mean, should we does that say something about us more than it says about Killer Croc? Like, I don't, because then
And I'm
they had
not
like a
saying,
black
hey,
actor
hey,
in the
hey, hey,
role.
hey. Also, we're not saying like white
You
people
know?
can't watch BET.
I know,
just saying,
right?
like,
Not that there's anything wrong with that. Like, it's just,
I mean, I'm sure. Here's the thing: breaking stereotypes. It's not stereotypical. Like, white dudes can watch BET, black dudes can watch Hallmark. I'm just saying,
it's
like,
totally okay.
yeah, all good. I'm
It's
just saying, like, that's who they. Because I mean, the actor is black. I can't remember his name because it's a very like ethnic name that I'm gonna butcher anyway. So Ottawa something or other. But
you know what?
he did a good job.
Say that.
Like,
He did say that. I'm beautiful, Shawty. It's like, yes, he did say that.
did you know he was black? Like,
I was like this randomly like in there in the end. It was so stupid. It's just
Killer
it's
Croc,
Batman and
more
Robin
like,
levels.
and then I get canceled. But I do have the end pass. I could say it if I wanted to, but I'm not gonna because I don't want to get canceled. So,
do we need the haircut? I don't know. I mean, at this point, if James Gunn says you sure do it, then I'm. Who are we to say no
anyway, God, 160 votes. Goddamn, bro. Anywho, so now we're gonna go over our list. We have Eric Killmonger, obviously at the top. He's got 14 S votes with 2 A votes. Then Prowler, 13 S tier. These are all like Yash's like alternate accounts because I don't know why there's so many in this version. 1 for A, 2 for B, Cottonmouth, 11 for S, 2 in A, 2 in B, 1 in C, Black Manta, 12 in S, 2 in A, 1 in C, and 1 in D. Man, fuck y'all. 10 in S for Tombstone, 3 in A, 2 in B, 1 in C. Tobias Whale. Again, why is there so many S's? Like, guys, come on. Like, motherfucker Logan got more D's than fucking Tobias Whale does. Jesus Christ, this is ridiculous. 10 in S, 3 in A, 2 in B, 1 in C. Bronze Tiger, 9 in S, 2 in A, 3 in C. Black Spot. Again, who the fuck is okay? This is like a butchered fucking thing because everyone's voting S. But Black Spider 9 in S, 1 in A, 3 in B, 3 in C. Deadshot 9 in S, 1 in A, 3 in B, 1 in C, 2 in D. Then Black Pariah 9 in S. Yeah, I'm pretty sure like all 9 is like fucking Yash's alternate accounts. 2 in A, 1 in B,
There's a lot of
2 in
alternate
C.
accounts.
Look at the most votes. It's all S. It's fucking all S.
That's why we don't look at that. I think it's
No, you say you prefer.
Oh, it is the most votes. Never mind. The average votes is
yeah.
You're right.
Anyway, but then the average vote is still ridiculous because the only ones that stay in S are Killmonger and Prowler, and then fucking everyone else is This is a butchered list because Yash had to be a dick. Now double it for being a dickhead. So
I just don't understand like the amount of effort. Like, like, do you have anything better to do? Like, it's like
Like out
genuinely,
of all, like I get it, like we want to have fun here, but like if you're just gonna be an
Yeah.
asshole, like come on now. All right.
Well, it's still up for voting, so you guys can keep going and voting and maybe change the balance of power in this tier list, as it were. Speaking of which, John, before we finish up, why don't you walk us through a couple of the picks that you guys were giving us in the chat? I think some of them were fairly
Yes,
obvious.
although we did want to include some honorable mentions.
Yeah,
That
there you go. Yep.
I have Bushmaster and Diamondback from Luke Cage, but like obviously I'm not gonna fucking put all the fucking villains from Luke Cage on this list. Painkiller was another one. I thought he was pretty good in Black Lightning. Red Lion, who's essentially Black Panther in DC if he was like a dictator. And then Ma'alefek Jones, similar to John Jones. They're not technically black characters, but they've kind of adopted black characters, but they have been both white and black in various media interpretations. So I put him as a honorable mention, as well as Queen Bee of Bialia. Specifically the Young Justice version, because in the comics I believe she's white, or at least like vaguely ethnic. So I think she might be Middle Eastern in the comics. I don't know. I looked up pictures and she looks very white. So I specifically went with the Young Justice version. Again, considering that's a race swap, I stuck with her just being an honorable mention. Um so yeah. All right, fucking Jesus Christ. Goddamn, guys. There you go. Amanda Waller. There you go. I fucking put Amanda Waller on the goddamn list, okay? I didn't think of her. I was literally researching best black supervillains, and Amanda Waller never fucking showed up once.
Well,
Blame the internet, not me, okay?
no, but I mean it's fair because she's sort of, I mean, I don't know if you want to call it an anti-hero. It's just the definitive iteration of her with Viola Davis has felt like more of a villain than an anti-hero for the, I mean, even she was basically the villain. I mean, she was the true villain of the first Suicide Squad movie. She was sort of the ultimate villain of the first Peacemaker season, in a manner of speaking, considering like which, or even the Suicide Squad, you could tell like it's, she's the one putting all these people in danger. She just uses, these people, like even if they're villains or bad people, just like property or like inanimate objects to just throw in the line of fire. So I don't know if you want to call her an anti-hero. She's definitely an antagonist. So super villain implies, I mean, I feel like the
And plus that, yeah,
animated
that
version of
implies
Lex
like
Luthor.
superhero, super,
Yeah.
super
Yeah.
abilities. Amanda Waller is just powerful, like in terms of like she's a Fed, like as they said, she has power in the government. That's not really a super
Yeah.
villain.
But
So
she's definitely, I mean, she's definitely the probably the principal antagonist of both Suicide Squad movies. Yeah. She killed a building filled with people with no remorse. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Exactly.
yeah, no, I know.
Uh, yep. By the way, I was gonna say the
He has the
DCAU
mech
Lex
suit.
Luthor.
He has the mech suit. That technically
Yeah.
gives him superhero abilities, but super abilities.
But I was, yeah, I mean that Lex Luthor, I think from in my mind is even more iconic than like all the live action ones we've gotten.
No, he
The
says
DCAU ones.
hi. No, just like hi there. Okay. But of course, the last bit is the poll. This is the poll. Okay, I'm just gonna say this. Fuck all y'all for yelling at me for including Rhino in Fancast Friday for Spider-Man 5 villains, and now y'all dickheads are fucking picking MCU Rhino for Fancast Friday. You can
Wouldn't that
frankly
be
go
the
fuck
same
yourselves
thing?
for that one. You fucking dog on me for that shit, and then you're like, oh yeah, like MCU. Eat a dick. Fuck you.
I mean, the poll is up. You can go to the link in the live chat. It's in the community post section on YouTube. You guys can find it there on the channel. Uh, Walk us through the options. You got MCU
We
Grown Up
got
Toussaint.
Grown Up Toussaint, aka
Yep.
T'Challa 2 Electric Boogaloo, aka T'Challa Jr. Because he's many have said he's probably going to show up as an adult in Doomsday or Secret Wars. Then DCU Captain Atom, he keeps on keeping on, because he's always the bridesmaid, never the bride. And
We're supposed to
with
get him in the
that,
Creature Commando season 2, right? So that's That's the speculation, like who's gonna play the character. Yeah.
And he's gonna appear in Creature Commandos. Then MCU Rhino. Why? I don't know. I guess a lot of people really like Rhino.
You know, Paul Giamatti is gonna be on the list. I'll crush you. I'll destroy you. I'm the Rhino. Like I just want a Paul Giamatti.
And then
like,
the always beautiful Ana de Armas in the DCU. So,
I mean, Ana de Armas. I hope she overtakes the MCU Rhino.
Yeah.
Because I would love to see Ana de Armas.
Don't worry, I'm gonna use my. I'm gonna pull a Yash and use all my alternate accounts.
Yeah. You guys just keep on voting. We appreciate the interaction.
Yeah, and then Yash can keep getting banned.
Yeah,
because he's being a fucking dickhead.
We're just like, it's like whack-a-mole, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're whacking that mole one at a time.
Can we just like ban all his accounts? He's just gonna keep
I don't know.
Coming, though.
It's like Hydra. Like when when you chop off one head, like there's 6 others appear. It's like hard to tell sometimes, you know. But don't worry, we'll get there.
It's in the chat. You can scroll up. God, this was a fucking lame-oid fucking tier list. God damn, these poor black supervillains didn't deserve this. Well, except Black Mariah, she can go fuck herself. But like the rest of them didn't.
I mean, we could do a redo or something. I don't know. You guys tell us in the comments. Yash's Hydra.
We'll do it for members. We'll do a remix.
Yeah.
We'll take it back now, y'all. Okay, one hop this time. Anyway. But yeah,
I hope you guys vote for Ana de Armas in the DCU.
Yeah,
that creates a lot of possibilities.
I might change my vote to like give it more of a chance.
I mean, yeah, well, maybe we could do Zatanna. I mean, I'm just throwing out names.
Zatanna would be great. I know she's appeared a lot as Wonder Woman, but I don't agree with that. But Zatanna would be good.
Probably because of the her action choreography, if I could say that right, from the last James Bond movie, but also, I mean, what she did with Ballerina, like, so she could clearly she could do action really well. I'm trying to think if there's any roles, like she's Cuban American, right? So I don't know if there's any DC characters that would kind of match that. Yeah, this tier list was cursed. Shonuff in the remix. MTG is just going for it.
That's what it is, baby. Let's go.
But yeah, you know what? Yeah, Ana de Armas I think would be a good one. MCU Rhino, we would just have fun with it. You know, Paul Giamatti is definitely gonna be on that list.
Okay, you know what I did for like Two-Face, like for fucking Sebastian Stan? I would make the most cursed fucking fan cast just out of spite. Like it would, like I'm gonna bring in like Amy Schumer, Pauly Shore. I'm gonna bring in like Sir Laurence Olivier, just like the stupidest fucking.
Yikes! So you're gonna bring him back from the dead. That's gonna be AI.
Sir Laurence Olivier, AI Robert Duvall, Eli Manning. Yeah, we're gonna have Eli Manning as the Rhino.
Great actor.
Great actor, Eli Manning.
Mm-hmm. I would love to see Ana de Armas.
I mean, she was the runner-up for Catwoman in the Becks, but they're like, no, Zoe Kravitz. That's the way to go.
I'm okay with that. Zatanna or Black Canary could work too.
Anna would have been better.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. I have a feeling Ana de Armas might win the vote. Although MCU Rhino does have a healthy lead right now, so you guys go ahead and vote for that in the Fancast Friday poll. What? I can hear you.
Armas more of a push.
Yeah. You guys are the ones voting. We can't really, go ahead. You guys are welcome to do that.
Fucking Kevin Spacey, Jared Leto, Chris Pratt, all as Rhino.
Well, Chris Pratt, okay. Well, the other guys, not so much. It's the Rhino. Who played the Rhino? Who played the Rhino in Craven?
Martin Scorsese as the Rhino. It would be the most cursed list ever.
No, but seriously, who played the Rhino in the Craven the Hunter? What was the name of the?
I don't even fucking know the actor. Like just some fucking random guy, number 12.
I'm Alexei Sistine. I just love watching the Amazing Spider-Man 2 just for the Rhino scenes. It's Alessandro Nivola. He played Alexei Sistevich, aka Rhino, in the Craven the Hunter. I guess we could Alessandro Nivola.
Yeah, Quentin Tarantino as the Rhino. Boom, there we go.
By the way, Alessandro he sounds so Italian or Eastern European, but he was born in Massachusetts, went to Yale. Great. Oh shit, he's married to Emily Mortimer. Damn. Okay. All right. Cool. That guy's lucky.
Good to know.
Russell Crowe, Robert De Niro. Yeah. Can you imagine? I'm the Rhino. You talking to me? I'm the Rhino. It's like it's just...
in like a really bad Russian accent too.
Yeah. Oh God, no. You're mixing your flavors now. It's always tastes better. Anyway, I think we're done. Tier list Tuesday.
We are 100% done. Let's get the fuck out of here. I want to go to sleep. So
yeah.
Thanks for watching, guys. This fucking cursed ass list. Thanks, Yash, for ruining fucking everything. You can fucking go fuck yourself. But yeah, this was not fun at all. This was kind of boring. This was kind of shitty, and I kind of regret it. Hashtag Black History Month, guys. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and click the notification bell so you know when we go live. I hate myself, and I'm probably gonna go get a drink. So
it's okay.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? Black History Month continues, and we could do a redo on as a member.
We'll do a redo.
Also, we'll have other options. I feel like we should do more Black History Month themed voting options for the rest of the month. So we'll get in there.
We'll do that. But
Ron has been here this whole time. Bye bye and fight for justice.
Yes. And with that,
okay.
With that, fuck Tom King and fuck Jeff Snyder.
Hug Tom King and kiss